生悉利吽，唵咕噜连声悉利吽，唵咕噜连声悉利吽，唵咕噜连声悉利吽，唵咕噜连声悉利吽。悉利吽，唵咕噜连声悉利吽，唵咕噜连声悉利吽，唵咕噜连声悉利吽，唵咕噜连声悉利吽。悉利吽，唵咕噜连声悉利吽。
请全体大众面向坛城。
Everyone, please face the shrine.
唱炉香赞，
We'll sing the
恭
incense
请
praise.
生活中根本传的善师圣尊莲生活
While the incense is
上
being
香
sung, we'll invite His Holiness to make the incense offering. Facing the shrine, let's perform, pay homage to Guru and all deities and perform the great prostration. First, homage to Buddhas and Guru. Second, homage to all Buddha, Bodhisattvas. Visualize prostration. Release mudra. Third, homage to all Dharma protectors. Visualize prostration and release mudra. Fourth, half bow. We invite True Buddhist School's Rit Guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Lansheng, to ascend to the Dharma King throne. We will invite Shimu, Master Lin Sheng, to be seated. We invite all masters, reference, Dharma instructors, lecturers, assistant lecturers, and the local chapters of the leaders of all local chapters and all fellow students and honorable guests to be seated. Oh, I'm doing the translation. First of all, we'll introduce the founder of True Buddha School, His Holiness Living Buddha Lansheng, to everyone. The Dharma King Living Buddha Lansheng was born in 1945 in Chiayi County in Taiwan. His Holiness used his writing. He has published more than 250 books as a tool to disseminate the Dharma. And Living Buddha Lansheng has achieved enlightenment by practicing the Tantrayana, Tibetan Buddhism, and also Pure Land Buddhism and Taoism. He's achieved great achievement in those practices. And he has traveled to many places around the world and has held many Dharma ceremonies with more than 50,000 attendants for each of these ceremonies. And he has taught us that everyone, if you're willing to do this practice, you would be able to reach enlightenment in this life. So let's applaud and clap to welcome His Holiness to be here, to come here today.
It is my honor to introduce the founder of True Buddha School, our root lineage guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Linsen, the founder of the True Buddha School, Dharma King. Shengyan Lu is born in Jiayi, Taiwan in 1949. Living Buddha Linsen has spread the True Buddha Tantric Dharma worldwide, gaining more than 5 million disciples, including many eminent Tibetan living Buddhas and Rinpoches, a highly accomplished Vajrayana adept, and the supreme Dharma king of the modern era. Over the course of more than 40 years of cultivation, he has published more than 260 books on Buddhism. Through his books, paintings, and Dharma discourses, Living Buddha Linsen spread the Buddha Dharma, guiding and saving those who are destined. Traveling all over the world on a mission of spreading Buddha Dharma, conducted countless Dharma ceremonies attended by tens of thousands of disciples and devotees. There has been no interruption in his miraculous and compassionate saving of sentient beings. Living Buddha Linsen has strongly affirmed that as long as they practice in accordance with true Buddha Tantric Dharma and cultivates with unwavering diligence, one day one will definitely become enlightened. See one's Buddha nature, attain Buddhahood, and reach the supreme realm of liberation and self-mastery. Now let us again welcome the Dharma King of a modern era and a great adept, Living Buddha Linsen, with a warm round of applause.
Next, we'll introduce Shimu, an attendant to His Holiness Living Buddha Lansheng.
Now I'd like to introduce most versatile partner who has accompanied great Master Lu through his mission of saving sentient beings. She is compassionate, forgiving, wise, and virtuous. Our beloved, respected, honorable Master Lian Xiang, who has always transformed conflict into harmony. Let us welcome her with a warm round of applause.
接着为大众介绍今天的贵宾。
Next, we'll introduce the venerable guest today.
借助监管部经理高级工程师欧伟成先生。李路林是华人联谊会会长梁建华博士。在为师是国际戒统节主席汪明女士。 太平洋大学化学系教授、药物与化学科学研究生导师薛良博士康理。加州华人工程师协会理事、高级电脑软件工程师何斌先生康理及千金。 萨克曼托牙医苏玉章博士，中华民国驻瑞典代表处辽东州大使夫人朱迪师姐，
Dharma Sister Judy,
密宗道士地管论喜金刚制作人林月金刚。
Master Lin Yue from Taiwan. She's producing a TV program disseminating Dharma.
周慧欢律师，
An attorney, Jennifer Chow,
法国大红出版社范秀基师姐，
Dharma Sister Fan from France, Paris, France, and she's in charge of the publication there. And Dharma Sister Xu Yaqi, she's producing a TV program in Taiwan, disseminating the Dharma.
阙维商议员代表阙慧玲小姐，
A representative of a councillor from Taiwan,
高雄市
city councillor.
分数议员千金吴梅轩小姐。
And Miss Wu, her parents is also a official in the government in Taiwan.
今天有两位特别的贵宾，来自日本
And we have two special guests today.
Bill Edison
He's a master of Japanese shogun, and another master. They are masters in the Japanese tantric Buddhism.
次盛会，若有漏报，敬请见谅。
在此，我们感激所有来自世界各地的金刚上师
I will also want to say thank you to all the masters,
及所有嘉宾同仁，
everyone, and fellow students who have traveled from all around the world to come to attend this ceremony.
现在有请萨迦上师代表全体大众敬献哈达给根本的
Next, we have the abbot of this sacramental True Buddha temple, Master Len Qi. She's going to represent all of us to offer the kata to Grandmaster to show our highest reverence. We have the representative from the Sacramento Temple to make offering to Master Lan Shang to show the gratitude for Master Lan Shang's support for all these years. Master Lan Chi of Sacramento Temple will give us a welcome speech. Dear Grandmaster Shimu, masters, reference, Dharma instructors, lecturers, and assistant Dharma teachers, honored guests, and everyone, welcome here for today. Welcome to come here today. She and the other master of this temple, Master Lin Tai, are very grateful to Grandmaster. 8 years ago, Grandmaster has arrived in Sacramento also to perform a consecration ceremony for the first temple in Sacramento. 8 years later, we are very grateful that Grandmaster has arrived in Sacramento again to perform the ceremony for a new temple. Today, that we have such a nice temple here to serve everyone. It's all because of Grandmaster's blessing. She's very grateful to Grandmaster to come here to perform the consecration as well as the Mahabala Haruka ceremony. This is a very rare and remarkable opportunity. So there's nothing she can say to express her gratitude. It's such a rare opportunity that you can't even encounter maybe in 500 years. So she wants to express her gratitude to His Holiness and Shimu again. The reading of the prayer of intent. Om Ahom. We're one mind. We commence the Dharma ceremony for purification, blessing, magnetization, harmony, and bodily deliverance. On today, in Sacramento, the True Buddha Temple is conducting this Mahabala Haruka ceremony, and we sincerely invoke His Holiness, the Living Buddha Lanshan, to come to this temple to conduct this ceremony, Great Mahabala Dharma ceremony. Today we have prepared a bountiful offering of flowers, incense, fruits, and many wonderful things to offer to the deities in the spiritual realm. We sincerely invoke our Guru Living Buddha Lanshan, the Golden Mother of Japon. Namo Amitabha, Namo Lot Pamakumara, Namo Amitabha, Namo Guanyin Bodhisattva, Namo Mahas Dashiji Pusa, Namo Siddhikapa Bodhisattva, Namo Padmasambhava, Namo Samahuka Dakini, Namo Yamantaka, Namo Janti Fomu, Namo Ragaraja, Namo Hayagriva, Namo Achala, Namo Achala, Namo Uchusma, Namo Deva Brahmadeva, Namo Pravithi, Earth Deva, and the red Jambala, yellow Jambala, green Jambala, white Jambala, and black Jambala, and all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Arukas, Dharma protectors, Dakini, and all deities in all 10 directions and 3 times. We sincerely invoke them to descend to the throne to give us blessing, so that everyone who have signed up, registered for this ceremony, can receive the blessing, and all our bad karma will be lightened, and may the infinite powerful Dharma to bless, so that there will be peace in the country, so there will be good weathers, and that people will be liberated from suffering. And may all of you here today receive the blessing from the Buddhas, so that your karmic hindrance will be removed, and receive good health, happy family, and receive a longevity. So may all of you be bathed by the light of the Buddha, and experience all auspiciousness. Today, on July 30th, 2017, we all submit this supplication to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas for. We invite His Holiness to bless this prayer of invocation. And also, there's, together with the prayer of intent, all the registration forms, and Grandmaster is invoking all the deities to bless everyone. The prayer of intent will be burned to offer to the spiritual realm. Grandmaster is now performing mudra with the bell and the Vajra scepter. This is to effect a blessing for the living and the deceased who have been registered. Next, let's form the Padma Kumara Mudra. Namo Amitabha, Living Buddha Lanshang, in the space above us, to bless it with the white light. And we'll chant the Padma Kumara mantra 7 times. Dharma ceremony begins with clap twice and snap of fingers. We'll chant the purification mantra. Invocation mantra. We together with one mind we invoke Namo Root Guru Living Buddha Lanshang, Namo Root Guru Living Buddha Lanshang, Namo Root Guru Living Buddha Lanshang. We invoke Mahabala Haruka, Namo Mahabala, Namo Mahabala, the deity of this ceremony, the main deity of this ceremony. We also invoke Namo Vairochana Buddha, Namo Akshobhaya Buddha, Namo Amitabha, Namo Ratnasambhava, Namo the Buddha of the North, and also Buddha Shakyamuni, Namo Medicine Buddha, Namo Golden Mother of Japan, Namo Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva, Namo Padma Kumara, Namo Guan Yin Bodhisattva, Namo Manjushri Bodhisattva, Namo Maitreya Bodhisattva, Namo Vajrasattva, Namo Padmasambhava, Namo Junti Buddha Mother, and all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Dharma protectors, Harukas, Dakinis, deities of this shrine here in the Sacramento Temple, and all Buddhas in all directions and times. Next, perform the great prostration by visualization. First, visualize great prostration to all Buddhas. The second, homage to all Bodhisattvas. Visualize prostration and release mudra. Third, homage to all Dharma protectors. Prostration, release mudra. Fourth, half bow. Please form the offering mudra. We make a mandala offering. Visualize all the offerings in the shrine. They transform and multiply to infinite quantities, filling up the whole space. And we offer this to all the Buddhist deities and chant the mantra and the offering verse, praise. The next step is the fourfold refuge. We visualize in the space our Guru, the Buddha, Dharma, and all the Sangha community. They turn into white light and merge into one, and visualize this white light travel to above our head and enters our head into our whole body, filling our whole body with the brilliant white light. And we chant the mantra. The next step is armor protection. We form the Vajrapani mudra and chant the mantra 7 times. Use this mudra to press up brow point, our heart, the throat, the heart, and then left shoulder and right shoulder. Then release mudra. The next step, we chant the High King Avalokiteshvara Sutra 1 time. This hiking Avalokiteshvara Sutra is highly revered by true Buddhist school, and it has been proven that when you chant it 1,000 times with sincerity, it will remove many of your problems and hindrances. Next is the rebirth mantra 7 times. In the next step, please form the Padmakumara Mudra and do the 3 stages of creation visualization. First, visualize Padmakumara appears in his base. From his brow point, a beam of white light shines into our brow point. From his throat, a beam of red light shines into our throat. From the heart, a beam of blue light shines into our heart. These remove our karmic hindrances created by body, mind, and speech, and will chant the Guru Hat Mantra 21 times. Generation of bodhicitta, may all being has happiness and the causes of happiness. This is infinite compassion. And may all beings be departed from suffering, and this is infinite mercy. May all beings always live in happiness and have no suffering. This is infinite joy. And may all beings depart from hatred or love and abide in equanimity. This is infinite equanimity. And we just chanted 3 times the bodhicitta mantra. Repentance verse. May all the karmic hindrance that I've created from time immemorial, all the greed, anger, and ignorance created by my body, mind, and speech, may I now repent for them. And this is the repentance mantra. Let's now form the mudra of Mahabala. This is known as the Tajani mudra or subjugation mudra. Form this mudra with both right and left hands and place them in front of your chest. And next chant the emptiness view mantra. First, we visualize in front of us there's a white seed syllable bang. And from this seed syllable, which revolves and transforms into a lotus, inside the lotus, a sun disk, and there's a blue seed syllable home standing on top of the sun disk. This home seed syllable radiates blue light, which amidst the light, a great Mahabala Vahuruka appears. He has one face, 3 eyes, and 4 arms, and his body is blue in color. His left leg is extended, right leg is bent, and his yellow golden hair stand up on his hair, and it's tied with the naga or dragon. His teeth are protruding, and he wears a tiger skin skirt, and he wears a necklace made up of sunlight, and his head is adorned by Amitabha Buddha. Next, the right first hand of Mahabala holds a staff or stick. His second right hand holds a whisker. His left first hand, upper hand, holds a Vajra rope, and its left second hand holds this subjugation, a Tajani mudra. His whole body is like a brilliant blue sapphire, emitting blue home light all in all directions, and this light invokes the deities in the universe to descend. Next, visualize Mahabala Uruga emit this blue light again, shining on all of us. So your whole body is filled with blue light, and you transform into Mahabala himself. Let's hold the mala, the rosary beads, and do a visualization for the mala transformation, and then chant the Mahabala Heart Mantra 108 times. We invite His Holiness Living Buddha Lansheng to perform the great deliverance, the great mudra for purification, blessing, magnetization, harmony, and bodily deliverance. While Grandmaster is performing this dancer mudra, we sincerely chant the Mahabala heart mantra and the ghost subjugation mantra. repeat a 9-cycle Buddha breathing and enter into meditation samadhi. Emerging from samadhi. As the great Mahabala, wrathful king, his body is like a blue sapphire, and his only intent is to subjugate all evils and demons, and we prostrate and pay homage to the great Mahabala. And we chant the mantra of the 8 principal deities of True Buddha school. Namo 36 trillion 119,500 Namo Amitabha Buddha. Dedication. May all those who chant the Buddha's name be together reborn to the ultimate bliss, Pure Land, repaying fourfold generosity from above and aiding all those in the 3 lower paths suffering. And may we see the Buddha and be liberated. Next, we sing a supplication to Grandmaster Buddha to reside in the world to help all beings. invite Grandmaster to perform the dedication. With one mind, we pay homage to the deity of this Dharma ceremony, Mahabala, Haruka. With one mind, we pay homage to the deity of this Dharma ceremony, Mahabala, Haruka. With one mind, we paid homage to the deity of this ceremony, Mahabala, Haruka. This is the mantra of the Mahabala Haruka. We invoke him to descend to the shrine, to radiate great light, to eradicate all the evil power and all hindrances, to eradicate all calamities caused by ghosts. May Mahabala bless everyone attending, that you have health and happiness in body, mind, that your practice would succeed, that you will accumulate enough resources and wisdom, and then we accumulate the light that will achieve fruition in our practice, that we will succeed in our Buddhist practice. And may Mahabala guide all the beings who have, people who have died in the spirit realm to descend to the Buddha's Pure Land, to ascend to the Buddha's Pure Land. And may the Mahabala bless us so that we generate bodhicitta, generate correct views, and to transform all our actions into virtues. May all your wishes be fulfilled. May all your enemies would recede and vanish. The 100-syllable mantra 3 times. Visualize prostration. The first homage to Guru and all Buddhas. Visualize prostration. Release mudra. Second homage to all Bodhisattvas. Visualize prostration. Release mudra. Third homage to all Dharma protectors. Visualize prostration. Release mudra. Fourth half bow. The completion mantra 3 times. Let's thank you, Grandmaster, for conducting this precious Dharma ceremony. And let's use the greatest applause to invite His Holiness to give us a precious Dharma teaching. First, let's pay homage to our lineage gurus. Reverend Liao Ming and His Eminence Saka Junko and the 16th Kamapa and Guru Tupten Daji. They are the 4 gurus of our guru. And let's pay homage to the 3 jewels at the shrine and the deity for this Dharma ceremony, Mahabala Haruka, Shimu, and Rinpoche Danchen Chaka, and all masters, and also Master Bill Anderson from the Japanese esoteric Buddhism. Reference, Dharma instructors, Dharma assistants, and all the leaders of local chapters, of everyone here, and the students who are watching across on the internet. Welcome. And today we're with the list of our honored guests are Mr. Ao, Our Grandmaster is reading the names of the notable business leaders in the community. And so, and also Grandmaster is reading names of they are all doctors, PhDs, and they are members of the engineering societies. And also Ambassador Daniel Liao's wife, Dharma sister Judy, and and also Master Len Yue. The master is in charge of a TV program to disseminate the Buddha Dharma in Taiwan. And attorney Jennifer Chow, who is a legal advisor of the True Buddha Foundation. And Dharma sister Xu Yaqi, she's also producing a TV program in Taiwan. And Ms. Wu, she a representative of a city councilor from Taiwan. And the Dharma brother, Ming Lu Kao, and his wife. This is a master from Japanese esoteric sect, Shingon sect, which is esoteric Buddhism in Japan. The Shingon sect. They both are masters in the Shingon sect. From Takayama, Mount Takayama in Japan. Good afternoon. Greetings to everyone. This is a very remarkable and rare opportunity to be here today, because Master said he's visiting again Sacramento City in Northern California, and to conduct this Dharma ceremony in the Sacramento True Buddha Temple. Grandmaster kind of jokingly said that all the many students of True Buddha School in Northern California have recently suffered some setback due to a local chapter in Northern California committing many transgressions. But Grandmaster said we have to take things as they come, because many times we adopt the attitude of immovability, and we don't really react before something happens. We wait until something happens, then of course we have to take action to respond to it. So as a practitioner, we should, when you have reached liberation, things in the world, we adopt a aloof kind of relaxed attitude. But today's ceremony is very remarkable, especially remarkable because Mahabala Haruka descended to the shrine. And when you have a Buddha, Bodhisattva really descend upon your invocation, you can feel very high. You feel very high with a lot of energy. So Grandmaster says he feels very high-spirited. This Mahabala Haruka deity is an exclusive deity to True Buddha School. That means no other Buddha schools really have this deity. In Tibetan Buddhism, they have deities such as Mahakala. In Japan, they also revere Mahakala. In Japan, they revere 7 world gods, and one of them is a Mahakala manifestation. And their form, the Japanese form of Mahakala, is a very kind-looking being, but unlike the Tibetan wrathful deities. well, the Tibetan and the Japanese, they have Mahakala, but we have Mahabala, only differ by one syllable.
那么藏人就称为这个是他们两个是 brother。
And Tibetans regard Mahakala and Mahabala as two brothers.
有人这样子称呼，但是这个我们的这个
But our schools, Mahabala, Haruka,
关系到第一个
they have some differences. First,
本尊就是阿弥陀如来，
actually, our Mahabala deity, so, personal deity, is Amitabha Buddha.
阿弥陀如来，他最上的本尊，他身里面哪
So
过程？
this Buddha, his head sitting upon his head is Amitabha Buddha, and his first right hand holds a staff, a stick,
是莲花种，
and his second hand holds a whisker.
是地藏王菩萨的大力士，
And this deity is actually a manifestation of from three high beings. The first is Amitabha. The second is the earth store or Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva.
没有办法平复的，没有一个守护的，没有修的一个护法，我就给你一个
When
他的60的当中的大力士。
our Guru, before he was born into the world, Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva told him that when you come to this world, you need some protector to help you. So Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva has 6 attendants, and he gave one of the attendants to Grandmaster to help him. So his Grandmaster said on his right thumb, there's actually image of the great power, great strength Ghost King. It's very clear that there's a sign there that has the face of the great king.
可以吗？可以吗？
If you look closely, you can see there's a face with the eyes, nose, and mouth. With very big mouth there.
还有这个一个脸型，
It shows a face.
每到最紧急、最
So during Grandmaster's life, when he comes across the most dangerous or calamitous event, this great Ghost King, great strength Ghost King would manifest to help him to overcome that disaster. So this Mahabala is a merging of Amitabha, Siddhigarbha, and Padma Kumara.
三家四的外面，围了千斤万，围了千斤万。
Earlier, when Grandmaster walked around the outside temple, his spiritual eye saw a converging of multitudes of this spirit being, the evil ghost. But after this Dharma ceremony, they all recede and ran away now because of the descending of Mahabala. If they can run away, they all perish.
这是一场很
In fact, if you have spiritual eye, you will see there was a very ferocious battle that just took place. So all these now, due to Mahabala's great power, Grandmaster said that all the ghosts were perished. When Mahabala descended into Grandmaster earlier during the Dharma ceremony, if you pay attention, you'll see that the mudra that he performed are very different from the ones that he usually performed in ceremony, and the mudra that he played generated great power and purify, cleanse this Northern California district of those evil codes, because this is in reference to what Grandmaster said earlier, because there was a local chapter in Northern California who had deviated to the wrong path, and the Grandmaster, the Mahabala Dharma ceremony, it's very powerful and remarkable. And his descending, his generates such great power that invincible. And wipe away all the demons and evils in the spiritual realm. All the evil spirits are dispersed. And disperse and destroy all the evil ghosts. In life, whatever path you pick, you leave a trace behind. To put it, to describe it simply, so this local chapter in California, Northern California, and an ex-master of our school, one time during an auction, one person who's a leader of a local chapter in Taiwan, in the East Taiwan, this person during an auction and purchased an item that was during auction. When he went back to Taiwan, he got a telephone call from this ex-master. And he invited this ex-master to conduct a ceremony at his place. And after he invited this ex-master to his chapter, then this leader came down with great trouble. He was invited to another local chapter to conduct a ceremony in Guanshan, which is another place in Taiwan. And then after he went there to other Guanshan chapter to conduct the ceremony, then that local chapter also And these two leaders of those local chapters died suddenly after inviting this ex-master to their temple to conduct ceremonies. There's another chapter. And this local chapter's leader and his wife was persuaded by this ex-master to sell everything they own to join their cult. And the wife of this other leader, they lost everything and suffered their good health. So these are three examples from local chapters from eastern Taiwan. Do you know this ex-master? Because she wants to keep her power, and she got in touch with the dark force, and she kept goals to help her. So, and one of the first chapter to believe in this ex-master was from falling local chapter in Taiwan. And this particular chapter, they believe in this ex-master and enshrine in their shrine a plaque to worship the ghost. And they all came down with mental illness. Grandmaster can do divine divination by using his fingers, can do some prediction or fact finding by communicating with a deity. So Grandmaster is inviting the thousand-armed, thousand-eyed Guan Yin to give him an answer whether all those incidents he just mentioned were caused by this ex-master's evil ways. And Guan Yin Bodhisattva's answers, 100% of them are due to this evil ways of the ex-master. So this ex-master always claimed that she can deliver souls to the Pure Land, but is it true? And one time, this ex-master told another master from Vancouver that he didn't have the deliverance power to help souls to go to the Pure Land, and she claims that she herself is 100% able to deliver souls. But we have to know that she is delivering souls to the lower realms, not to the upper realms. To be able to deliver souls to the Pure Land, of course, is more difficult. If you just deliver them, send them to hells or the lower realms, then it's easier. It's very tragic that these things happen. And this ex-master always pretended she's very compassionate and innocent, that it's always other people's fault. It's a shame that we have such an ex-master in our school, but we have to remember that something like that happened in history. Like in the Buddha Shakyamuni's time, Buddha has a disciple called Devadatta, Grandmaster will tell us a story. During the Buddha's time, Buddha Shakyamuni asked his student Ananda to go to visit the rebel student Devadatta in hell. So when Ananda traveled to hell, the gate, he said, I want to visit an Devadatta. And the gatekeeper asked him, which Devadatta are you looking for? So Ananda was very surprised. You mean there's more than one? So the gatekeeper said, because in all Buddhas, as long as they come to the world, there would be a Mara, which is demon or evil force, try to obstruct them. They would appear close to the Buddha when they come to the world. So Buddha Shakyamuni lived to 80 years old, but so Grandmaster said, so in his time on earth, there's also an evil demon. So which one would you choose? Would you choose this ex-master or will you choose Grandmaster? So Grandmaster said, you have your free will. He doesn't want to force any of us. If you want to follow Devadatta, then go and follow her. But if you want to follow Grandmaster, then follow to find the right way to liberation. No one can force anyone to do anything. Remember that during the time when the Buddha was alive, many students chose to follow Devadatta instead of the Buddha. Why is that so? Because Devadatta would use many persuasive words to brainwash people. So in the modern language, it's brainwashing. So there are people following this ex-master, listening to her words, being brainwashed by her for 20, 30 years. In Tantra Yana Vajrayana teaching, we have to follow these three things. First is revere your guru. Do actual practice. Revere the guru. Treasure the Dharma. And do actual practice. So over the last 20 to 30 years, she has not honored the guru and revered the guru. She even predicted that Grandmaster would die this year, because she said Grandmaster would die when he's 73, and then everybody would go to her. But this is already not revering your guru. We have to remember that in an accomplished adept, there's no birth or no death. You have never been born and you have never died. That's the truth. If some person, like from morning till night, saying that her guru is going to die at age 73, Grandmaster has revered his own lineage gurus very much. He would never have said something like that about his own gurus. The four masters that Grandmasters invoked at the beginning of his Dharma teaching, they are masters from the four Tibetan lineages. and Grandmaster revered them very much. He would never, because when you say someone is going to die at a certain age, it's like you're cursing that person, and is totally not paying homage or any reference for that person. If you do that, Grandmaster said, "Have I ever asked you for any money?" Grandmaster said, "Has never done that because his own guru has instructed him. Money is just a game." Money itself is neutral. We have to remember that if you have money, actually it brings you troubles. But if you don't have money, it brings you even greater troubles. Grandmaster himself has never fixed any price, asked anyone for any money. But this master, who's from San Francisco, she has been over the several decades raising money from all around the world to build the biggest temple of True Buddha School. Someone once asked this master, "Why do you want to build such a big temple?" Because you don't really have you have some monks and nuns following you, but you don't really, you have some followers but not that many. Why do you need such a big temple? And this ex-master said, because I already can see into the future that the foundation of a True Buddha School would come to my temple, would move over here instead of staying in Seattle. And in the future, there will be 600 monks and nuns coming to stay with me. All these predictions she has made never really come to truth. Every time when she travels afar in her own temple, there is a temple in his. There's a room in his temple that she worshipped the ghost. Every time when she travels to other part of the world to supposedly teach, she would sit in front of the gold shrine. And she would communicate with the ghost. So this is, how can she deny that she's not worshipping ghosts? She even gave all these ghost leaders names. Also, each of these 5 leaders of the ghosts that she's worshipping has names too. Grandmaster is asking one of the student who can give testimony, because in this gold temple, they even made some sculptures of these 5 ghost kings to worship. And this Dharma brother helped this ex-master to go to China to create the sculptures. He was the one responsible to go to China to have someone make the sculptures. That's the one in San Francisco's temple. But in Taiwan, this ex-master also has a base there, and she also has a temple there. There's 5 sculptures of the ghost. She asked one of the master's father, who's a wood is a carpenter, and this master's father, a carpenter, went to make those 5 sculptures. After he did that, he became possessed, and he acted very irascible, short-tempered, and he even got to the extreme of shaving his head to wear like a samurai hairstyle. So this he sported this Japanese samurai style, and became kind of like a mentally disturbed. So his whole life, he was normal, and after doing this task with this ex-master, then he became kind of like a little deranged. Because this master went to Taiwan, and he had collected all these ghosts of Japanese, because during the Japanese occupation of Taiwan, there are some ninjas staying in Taiwan. They acted as spies, and when their mission failed, they committed harakiri suicide by slicing cut open their own abdomen. So these ghosts were very vicious, and this ex-master went to Taiwan, and she collected all these ghosts. And so this master's father, after he became possessed by the Japanese ghost, the ghost even asked this master's father to commit suicide by harakiri. So later on, when he came to see Grandmaster, and Grandmaster found out what happened to him and blessed him, and now he's okay. Okay, let's now talk about let's talk about what is Dharma of the Four Noble Truths. What is suffering, accumulation, suffering, the path, and if you think carefully about this, don't you find this human world full of suffering? The next of the Four Noble Truths is accumulation. What does accumulation mean? Because of all the karma in the world. So when you experience karma, it's because of all the causes, and you have effects, and all the causes you have gathered, created in the past, all come together and take effect. But when you take a walk on the righteous path, the correct path, to do practice, to do spiritual cultivation, so what kind of cultural spiritual cultivation is? Actually is to modulate your own mind. Why do we come into the world? It's because to pay our karma, because of the karmic transgressions we have committed from time immemorial. When to come to this lifetime is to actually try to cleanse our karma or repay what we have committed. So this accumulation is to accumulate all the causes, all the actions, all the things you have done. Then in this lifetime, you have to practice well and cultivate your correct view, the correct mind, and walk the 8 correct eightfold path that you have to walk on. The eight noble path, eight righteous path. To the fourth of the noble truth is to extinct all these karma effect, to neutralize all of these karma. This is the first teaching by the Buddha, the Four Noble Truths. So you have to realize that this world is suffering, and then you gather up all the effect that caused by your past actions, and then do practice to extinguish all these karma. Then you can arrive at a certain fruition. And the first stage that you would arrive at is the arhats, or the Shravaka. And the next step is there's the Bodhisattva way. And then when you go further up to practice the Haruka pathway, in the Vajrayana or Tantrayana pathway, so in this universe, there are four kinds of awakenings. The first one is the solitary hearers, or the Shravakas or Arhats. The second is called the Bodhisattvas. These are beings who has awakened to the truth, and then they try to help other people to achieve awakening. So Bodhisattvas, who are beings who have awakened themselves and to help others to achieve awakening. So how about Buddhas? Buddhas are people who achieve awakening and then put them into practice. They are Buddhas. So the first Shravaka beings, they only help interested in achieving awakening themselves. So this is the significance of practicing Buddhism, to reach those three stages. So earlier, they have now Grandmaster has very compassionately agreed to answer some of questions people have. But some of these are jokes they have submitted to Grandmaster. Difference between underwear and top. But I don't get that one. So somebody submitted a joke, because these actually Grandmaster has never seen these jokes, but usually somebody just submitted and he only read them during the Dharma ceremony. And this one, someone was a joke is what is different between an underwear and thong. So that paper says, the joke says, difference is with underwear, when you lift the underwear you see the buttock, but when you lift the thong you see the underwear. I guess I missed something in the joke, so I can't explain it. But Grandmaster says, so the so Buddhism is not, but the Buddha Dharma sometimes is hidden. It's not easy to see from the outside. So Buddha Dharma is something that you have to discover within yourself. You have to cultivate the mind. So it's not something that you should focus on outside. If this, like this ex-master, she urged people to make donation to her temple. This is all to do with the outside material world. So you have to cultivate your mind, work with your mind to achieve enlightenment. Some people think that by building a big temple, they can achieve Buddhahood. But in the historical times in China, there's an emperor who had built many temples. This Emperor Wu, he thought he was very great by accumulated a lot of merit. The temples that he built was even more beautiful than palaces. But did he achieve enlightenment? When the Indian Zen master Bodhidharma went to China and met with this emperor asked Buddha Dharma, did I achieve enlightenment? Look how many beautiful temples and how many monks I have kept. Don't I have a great merit? The Bodhidharma said, no, there's no merit. So this emperor became very upset. He felt that he didn't have any faith, that this Zen master told him that he had no merit at all by doing all these things. This was during the North and Southern Dynasty. So do not think that by building big temples, you have accumulated a lot of merit. Because everything that you can see in this outer world, they are all illusory. Only what you have glimpsed with your mind into the truth is real. Here's another joke. A asked B, should I marry? B said, of course. A said, how many should I marry? B said, of course, 2. How come you said I should marry 2? Oh, this then B said, because if you have 2 wives, one to be married to, then one is wife, the others would be your missus. Does this joke have anything to do with Buddha Dharma? Yes. Let me ask you, have you helped to deliver any beings? How many people have you helped to deliver? 1 person? 2 people? 2 person? Or countless people? Because if you want to be Bodhisattva, you have to help many people.
你要把你心中的光明的佛法交给别人。
You have to turn over the light of the Buddha Dharma from your heart to another person. Doesn't mean you have to marry a lot of people, but you have to bring out the light on your heart and instill it into other people's heart.
人间的事，我们让它自然。
All these things that have happened because of this master, we just treat them that is a normal part of this samsara. This is the way the world is.
就是16世大法华的喀喇巴讲的，好，我一切都可以舍弃，什么都没有。
The 16th Karmapa has said, I can give up anything of this world, but I must keep this light inside my heart.
你能够保住你
I can give everything, give even my body. I don't care about that, but the only thing I care about is the light in my heart.
喀喇巴要离开的时候是在
When the 16th Karmapa passed away, it was in Chicago.
教会的医院里面，
He had cancer and he was in a Christian hospital in Chicago before he passed away.
只讲了一句名言：
Before he died, the only thing he said was, all my students,
守护心中的光，
you must watch over the light of your heart.
永远心中
When you always keep this light in your heart,
这样子就可以
that would be okay.
保有光明，
Then you,
保有心中的清净。
because when you always mindful of this light in your heart, that means you have a pure mind. Because if you don't have a pure mind, you can have light in your heart. If this ex-master, the way she did was always asking people for money, using all kinds of pretexts, and when someone who has this kind of mind to try to take away money from others, do you think she would have light or purity in her heart?
然后把钱分给穷的老百姓。你看，这两个，他要去抢银行，然后把
So in this third joke, someone said, I'm going to rob a bank, but I'm going to
是善还是恶？
use this money to help other poor people. But so let me ask you, is this something good or bad?
这个很难分哦。
It's very hard to say if this is good or bad.
他要分给穷苦的老百姓。
Because he's committing a robbery, but then he claimed that he's like Robin Hood going to give money to poor people.
老师的评语是很不错的提醒，
Oh, this is what a student write during class, that
不要忘了老师。
his ambition, that's what he want to do when he grows up. So his teacher wrote a comment.
注意啦，
Well, this is not bad, but remember,
坐在你旁边的，他长大了是要去当警察。
when you grow up and rob bank, don't forget give me, your teacher, to give me some money. But the teacher also said, but don't forget the student sitting next to you, his ambition is to become a policeman. So in this world, there are always like
老婆太太喜欢赖床，
there's an old lady. She doesn't like to get up too early. She likes to stay in the bed long after she wakes up.
这个时候呢，我就想起了一句名言，就学以致用，在教训人。除非你能够在床上赚钱，
So someone said to this old lady, unless you can make money just lying in bed, oh, this is his wife. So the husband said,
开始收贿。
and because his wife likes to stay in bed all day long, so her husband said, unless you can make money on bed, otherwise you need to get up And she said, okay, starting tomorrow, I'll charge for staying in bed.
当自己是音响，因为精神病患
So in this other joke,
他自己是音响，
this is a person who has mental problem and thinks that he is a refrigerator himself.
就是幻想症，
So the doctor told him
生活不至于有影响。
that you are having some psychotic problem, hallucination.
睡觉的习惯是张着嘴巴，
So
里面的灯光一直照到我的眼睛，
the-
害我整晚都睡不着。
so the doctor asked the wife, well, if your husband thinks it's a refrigerator, but does it affect you at all? And the wife said, of course, when he sleeps, he opens his mouth, and then all the light from the refrigerator is bothering me so that I can't sleep. So both of them have problem. Both of them have psychosis. So Grandmaster asked, observe your guru carefully. Do you think your Grandmaster has psychosis? If you think so, then leave Grandmaster. But take a look at this ex-master. Doesn't she have a psychosis? You carefully observe. Open your eyes widely. Look at it. Use your wisdom to analyze it. If she has problem, you feel that, then you should leave her.
一个是敬我尊敬所有
Grandmaster is someone who reveres all Buddhas.
世尊，这个救世的佛法。
And all the Buddhas.
尊敬
So
他
the other ex-master is someone who reveres all the ghosts. She communicates with the ghost and
放在所有生活中的地藏殿里面，
and she secretly, stealthily put all these plaques for the ghosts in many of the chapters of our True Buddha school. And
是会比较灵感。
and the excuse she gave is because when she had slipped all these ghost plaques into other people's shrine, then that would help her to
所以你们想
communicate better with the ghost realm. And when people come to ask her for help, maybe to solve problems, she'll be able to give them the right answers.
你相信佛，就
So do you believe in Buddha? Then come to Grandmaster. Grandmaster doesn't want to force anyone
各有自由。
because you all have your free will.
你喜欢养鬼，
If you like to keep ghosts, then follow that ex-master.
你去招请鬼。他的书文
Because in this ex-master's temple, when they conduct ceremonies in their prayer or invocation, they invoke even these ghosts.
昨天回家呢，
In another joke,
这个交作业，老师要小朋友回家写照记，就是一个是还是，一个是虽然。
so then
写完了作业，也交
in a class, the teacher asked the students to go home and write a composition. Use the two words still and but.
虽然他已经化妆了，
And when the teacher read one of the compositions, she was very mad because what the student wrote was, "This teacher is still very ugly, even though she has already put on a lot of makeup." So the two words they need to use in the composition was "still" and "even though."
在师尊的护摩法会，
So this is a question submitted by student.
要观想自身在护摩燃烧之
In one of the
后，微气全部排出。
this ex-master has taught that during the fire offering, that the students should visualize themselves going into the fire, and that all the black chi escape from the body. It's and then all the students supposed to visualize their family member the same thing. Is this correct? Grandmaster said, during each fire offering, when you enter in the fire, you should visualize yourself transforming into the deity for that ceremony. And then but after you transform into deity, then you transform, you merge in with the fire, and this fire would burn you completely away. So would there be black vapor chi? So Grandmaster said, so the proper way is to visualize you merging, become deity and merge with fire, and don't need to visualize about those black chi yet. This student was wondering because during the ceremony, when we sign up our ancestors, and even when we sign up the attached spirits, our family members, when we do that, would we take over their karma? Grandmaster said, no, there's no problem when you do that. You will not take over their karma. Why this Grandmaster said answer this question? Because this ex-master has said that if you sign up your family members, attached spirit, or the ancestor, you would have to take over their karma. Why is it okay to do that? Because you have you're doing that of your compassion. You wanted to help them. So when you do these things out of compassion, they will not come and trouble you. So Grandmaster said, in our school, we'll have more than 100 master. Is it possible that ask each one of them to donate you 1 year of their life and make Grandmaster live to 200 years old? Would there such a thing be possible? Of course not. So don't worry about that taking that. Ask Grandmaster, what's the use of the ash after a fire offering? So you can use this ash as a protection for yourself. If you keep this ash in your house, it serves the purpose of purifying your house. You can even mix it with some water, filter and drink it, and it also purify your body. You can bury the ash around your house and also purify your house and form a boundary to protect us. So, but then of course you're not going to get a whole big heap of ash and just swallow it. That's not, of course, you're not supposed to do that. Just a tiny little bit. Maybe, of course, that to eat some of the ash, you just use a very, very minute bit of it. You know. Here's another question. So I have a friend who keeps goats. By doing that, is he going to affect people around him? Grandmaster, of course it will affect you, affect people around him. So this ex-master in San Francisco, many people get brainwashed by her. If you're able to realize that and sever relationship with her. That's of course very good. But there are still people who are still under her influence, will not come back. That's really a shame that some of these people were not awakened to the reality. But unfortunately, these people, by following her, would be negatively impacted because their energy would get stolen by these ghosts, and they would become poorer in health and lack of energy. Another question: if some of these ghosts she keeps are very vicious, what should we do? You have to visualize Grandmaster sitting above your head, shining light covering your whole body. When you have this light protecting you, you don't have to be afraid of the ghosts, and you keep your thoughts righteous and correct, then they cannot assault you. One student asked that she had left her master and she has come to Grandmaster to bless for many times a blessing. And why is it that she still feels the influence from her? And even though Grandmaster had taught us a visualization that if this ex-master's image appears in the mind, then visualize her head like dropped into a cesspool. But how come she still sometimes see her appearing again? Should I visualize Grandmaster sitting on my head, sitting above my head to bless me? So Grandmaster said, of course, already have a very good answer. If you have this negative thought, seeing her appearing, this is because you've been under her influence for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Even if you have a friend, an acquaintance, after many years, this acquaintance can still sometimes pop up. So and if someone you're close to see it all the time, it's unavoidable to not calling up their image on your mind. But you have to visualize Grandmaster shining light on you. This person asked, if you use the ash to purify your house, should you do it every day or once a week? So Grandmaster said, if you're going to do it once a day, do you have that much ash to spare? So maybe so it's too much if you do it once a day. So actually once every 3 months would be sufficient. Oh, another question. So after I do this purification of the house with my fire offering ash, what if I have like a friend who suddenly comes to my house? Would that person be affected? Grandmaster said, no, as long as you've done the ritual, that would be okay. And once the student said, in that ex-master's temple, many students have bought statues that have been blessed and consecrated by the ex-master, what to do. So Grandmaster said, it's possible that, actually very possible, it is true, that Buddhist statues consecrated by this ex-master would have ghosts following that statue to that student's house. And from that day on, that student suffered from insomnia, and even got to the point of auditory hallucination. And some, if there are instances where the student committed suicide. So this is the steps that would happen. You lose sleep, you cannot sleep, and then you feel being disturbed, and you this is because of this ex-master serving the ghost. So when you purchase or statues from her, after she consecrated the statue, the ghost go into that statue and goes to that person's home and cause all this wreckage. So if you have doubt about all these statues, whether they have problem, you can bring them to Grandmaster, to ask Grandmaster to purify the statue for you. But if you can't do that, then you have to keep in mind that even the statues are just external, and you have to look at them as Buddha. When you have Buddha in your mind, and you look at the statues as the Buddhas, then you don't have to be afraid. This person had a car accident and has suffered a great injury to the body. So, and he has a rosary bead, mala beads, in the car. So this person wonder if this has anything to do with this ex-master's mala beads, and wants Grandmaster to bless. Grandmaster said he would bless this person and he will recover. So Master said, doesn't need to worry, because sometimes there's so many accidents. Of course, not every car accident has to do with this ex-master. Of course, it's not always that the case. But because he had this rosary beads from this ex-master. But Grandmaster said at this point, Grandmaster suggests don't worry about that, because it may or may not be, but as long as you have Buddha in your mind, and don't be so suspicious. But you have to first believe in yourself. As a Buddhist, you have to believe in yourself. Believe in the Buddha and the teaching of the Buddha, and have faith in your own cultivation. As long as the lotus in your heart opens, when you see manifestation of light in this lotus. You keep this light in your lotus, and you have bodhicitta and bad compassion, and also the right views and the right mind, then you don't need to be so suspicious. Have the right view, right thoughts, bodhicitta, and compassion. You would absolutely have light in your heart when you're able to do all those things. And by doing this, you don't need to worry what the cause is for the accident, because your goal is to reach Buddhahood. There are three very important things in Tantrayana practice. First one is renunciation. You must renounce all the illusory in the world, because everything in the world is just illusory. You need to renounce all these things, to give up all these things to go to the Pure Land or reach Buddhahood. The first is renunciation. So all these monks and nuns, they are renunciants. So most of the renunciants are monks and nuns. Only a very small group of people who are in the laity have generated the vows of renunciation. The outside world is not important. You need to leave samsara to reach liberation. The second thing is you must have bodhicitta. You must have compassion. What is bodhicitta? Bodhicitta is actually equal to the right view and compassion. When you add right view to compassion, that is bodhicitta. You want to help others to cut off their suffering. For example, you are happy, you want other people to be happy too. This is bodhicitta. When you have bodhicitta and this renunciation, the third is the middle way. You have to middle way view. In Sanskrit, that's Madhyamaka. And this is a teaching given by Nagarjuna. And Nagarjuna has written some treatises. You must have this right view of the middle way. So it's renunciation, bodhicitta, and the middle way. When you practice three things, then you are a true Vajrayana practitioner, a Tantrayana practitioner. So if someone tells you to go and have abortion, like this ex-master has told people, she has also asked people to have divorces. All these are not correct views. So carefully think about this. So do you understand? So in Tantrayana, three important things are renunciation. You want to reach liberation, so you must renounce the samsara. You have to realize that samsara is just an illusion. do not be confused or bound by these illusions. When you understand everything is illusory, then you would want to leave these illusions, and that's renunciation.
其实我们知道是幻灭，善的也是幻灭。
We have to realize that good is illusion, bad is also illusion.
知道那个娑婆世界是幻灭，
Good or bad are both illusions, and you have to help people to realize this truth.
有人讲说，
Someone said, isn't building big temples a merit?
很大的寺庙当然是很大的功德。
Of course, it's good work,
告诉你，
but
真正的庙在哪里？
where is the true temple? The true temple is inside your own body. Your body is the
最
temple.
大的功德是，你这个庙
So the greatest merit
真
is
正
to keep your own temple
我想有一次，
to reach
我们盖起
the sky, the heaven. This ex-master even told people that the temple that she built
是你身
can reach to sky. That's wrong. It's what is correct is actually your own body, your own temple can reach to the sky, not the external temple.
我不能讲说哦，家是
So Grandma said, he cannot say this sacramental True Buddha temple can reach the sky. But
你的心
the question is, those people who practice in this sacramental True Buddha temple, when they practice here, are they open to the mind? Are they able to open their mind to reach the sky, to reach the heaven? If they can do that, then that is the right way. It's- so many people have taken two pictures, Grandmaster. I've shown that when pictures Grandmaster, the pictures will show that there are many light coming from Grandmaster. So Grandmaster said, actually, he doesn't care about those pictures at all. You can even go and burn them all. What is important is the light within yourself. That when your heart lotus opens up, the light manifests, and this light reaches in communion, in union with the universal light, and you merge into this big universal light. So the true temple is actually in your heart, not outside of you. So this external temple, material temple, is just something that we borrow to do our practice. So if you build this temple, if you don't come to do true practice, then this loses its functions. So simply put, Grandmaster said this before, by building one more temple, it's like creating one more hell. Because if you build this temple to make money, then you are turning this temple into a hell. If you really use this temple to do practice, then would bring great meaning. So if you use money to build temple to just make more money, you are turning the temple into a realm of hell. You are creating hell for yourself. In Taiwan, there are many temples, and many monks and nuns, they fight over in that, when that happens, the temple becomes your path to hell.
你用庙来敛财，那个庙就是地狱。
If you don't use the temple for proper practice, but use it to make money, and all these would pull you down to hell.
师尊本来住持的有两个庙，
Original Grandmaster was at the head of 2 temples. The first one was in Taiwan temple, but Grandmaster turned the temple over another master.
包括所有的土地建筑，
So that property of Taiwan temple is worth like 100 million, but I don't know, this is Taiwan dollars or US dollars, but Grandmaster completely gave it to a master in Taiwan to run it. He doesn't want to have anything to do with it after it's built.
我们的主庙
And in the United States, we have a temple in Seattle, in the Redmond area. But Grandmaster said after he built a temple, he did not even become the abbot of the temple. He appointed someone. He also didn't want to run it or manage it or own it, because he said he wanted to manage the temple in his heart. So the temple in Redmond was, and the one in Rainbow Temple in North Bend, Washington, that was built by Grandmaster Shimu themselves. They didn't ask anybody for any money. Now that property is worth $6 million US dollars.
那是我们建起来，我跟师母两个人
So Grandmaster and Shimu used their own money to build that. At first, they had not they have not done any fundraising.
现在变成彩虹联长室，
It used to be the Rainbow Villa. Now it's the Rainbow Temple.
先给
And Grandmaster completely donated it out and gave it to Master Len Ying to take care of it. He doesn't want any of it now,
因为我知道
because he knows.
现在我当然有私房钱，
Of course, Master said he has some pocket money himself.
我会画，将来我走了，我会画这个藏宝图给
So he's hidden it somewhere. But one day when he leaves this world, he will make a treasure hunting map and give it to Shimu to find this.
知道这些私房钱也是没有用的。
But he realized that even this money, pocket money he had saved, is useless.
将来也是留给
In the future,
下一代，
he's given it to the next generation of Buddha school students to disseminate the Dharma, because money is useless when you leave this world.
什么都放下，什么都没有，
You must
你才能够
be able to become detached to all these material things if you want to become pure-minded. As soon as you still have attachment to any of these things, you would trapped in these 6 realms of transmigration. Only when you completely give up all these attachments will you be able to be reborn to the Pure Land. Om Mani Padme Hum. That concludes the teaching.
让我们再次以最响亮的掌声，感谢我们慈悲的根本和上。
Let's say thank you to our Grandmaster for such precious teachings.
这边我们插播一个小广告，现在请这个周委会的律师周慧芳。
We want to make an announcement. We have invited the legal advisor of True Buddhist School, Attorney Jennifer to come up to introduce a new website that has called truebuddhaboye.org, and it has posted all the 260 books Grandmaster has written on that website. All Dharma teachers and masters, every good afternoon. Today she's very honored to come to attend this consecration of the temple and also the Dharma ceremony. And she wants to thank all the people, volunteers, and she also, on behalf of the True Buddha Foundation, that after this opening ceremony, that this temple will flourish and help to bring the Dharma to more people. So she just want to give a brief introduction to a new website. This is a website that has all the e-books of Grandmasters. Grandmaster in the last 50 years has written more than 260 books. This is a completely new website that have all the posting of Grandmaster's books. And this website, you don't need to lift anything, and you can find some treasure in there. And in this website, on Indonesian books, in addition to the Chinese books, and even in the Chinese edition, you have them in simplified language and also the traditional languages. And recently, we have recently gotten 10 more English books from earlier to be posted on the website. On Grandmaster's birthday, we also posted videos of Grandmaster painting and demonstration of the Vajra stick exercise, and Grandmaster doing Kung Fu exercise on the website. Then eventually all the Dharma this ceremony of Grandmaster and the Dharma teaching during the ceremony will be posted eventually. So many people may still don't understand how this works. This is the website address. It only takes you 3 minutes to become a member. And once you become a member, then you'll be able to read all these books free. And also, there are many volunteers of the team working on the website. If you have any suggestion to improve the website, contact them and tell them your suggestions. Next, we invite Grandmaster to bestow the Mahabala empowerment to every one of us. You receive great blessing by receiving this empowerment. Thank you. No. Thank you for the help. It's okay, right? Yeah. Okay. 但是我 took me a little bit to calm down， 因为太久没有。
哦，很好啦，很好。你要不要再多给你一个？
哦，我有了，够了。对，我有了。
给同门。
That's okay.
Okay. Thanks. Okay. Bye.
演示，帮他们。
帐篷外的同本的话
MC 的麦克风没有打开，
指示，然后呢，
它不会打开，刚刚之前的关掉了。
从后门出去之后，再按照指示进入这个饭点，给大家做。
Okay, music, play out. No too much. Just a little bit. Okay.
Follow me. All the crew, everybody follow me. Let's go get the weapon.
Follow him. Follow him.
神悉利吽，唵咕噜连神悉利吽，唵咕噜连神悉利吽，唵咕噜连神悉利吽，唵咕噜连神悉利吽。神悉利吽，唵咕噜连神悉利吽，唵咕噜连神悉利吽，唵咕噜连神悉利吽，唵咕噜连神悉利吽。悉利吽，唵咕噜连神悉利吽，唵咕噜连神悉利吽，唵咕噜连神悉利吽，唵咕噜连神悉利吽。悉利吽，唵咕噜连神悉利吽，唵咕噜连神悉利吽，唵咕噜连神悉利吽，唵咕噜连神悉利吽。神悉利吽，唵咕噜连神悉